Good evening. Let me get this set up here. Sorry, I didn't do that ahead of time, but hold on, folks. Let me get this straightened around. Hey, Joseph. I know, again, that's why or why not, just because I didn't realize that he had made a video while I was probably doing mine earlier today. He must have seen it because he kind of touched every point on it that I did. So, and elbow. When are you going to figure out first? Hey, Leni, aloha. First, that Rosie could care less about you. Has nothing to do with your channels getting terminated, except for the ones that were related to her. And when are you going to figure out it's not the trolls doing it, you moron? It's YouTube. They don't want your kind. You're not welcome in YouTube anymore. Why? It's because you can't follow the rules. Once you're terminated, you can't have another channel because you broke terms of service. I don't know how much clearer I could be. Darn it, why is this doing this? Okay. Oh, darn it. All right, I'm just gonna have to do it another way. Anyway, I can do it on my phone. Hey, aloha, Stitching Girl, Sassy, Leanie, Orange Tabby, aloha. Yeah, an elbow. Have you ever heard of facial recognition? Hey, Rubwin, aloha. Leanie, can he really be that dumb? And that's a serious question. Is he really so dumb and ignorant that he doesn't figure out that once you've had a channel taken down, you can start another one. There's no rules that you can't start another one, but it'll be taken down too. And it takes 1 or 2 clicks. And YouTube does it. The trolls don't do it. You dumb shit. And doesn't this one, if he gets the Assyrian nomad, he won't use that channel. But he's already told us what he's going to name his channel. Newsflash. There's already 3 people who have that name. And he thinks the Boit, he has people in the Boit that support him. Um, I would like to know who that is. Mr. X is the only one I can think of, and he's kind of washed his hands of you. And so is Drury. So, and isn't that why he had to get a job? Be a ham and egger because he wasn't making money on YouTube anymore? Hmm. Shall we connect the dots here? Yeah. Doesn't work so well, dumbass. All right, let me see if I can get. Why is this doing this? I need to. Obviously, I need to reboot my laptop, but I'm not going to do it right now. All right. Anyway, so yeah, and how pathetic is, and him sitting at the bar, the Rainbow Bar last night, um, kind of sums up his life in 6 minutes. Because when he goes to in the room, everybody leaves. And let's talk about the Hawaiian shirt. You dumb shit. You, you stupid moron. You want a Hawaiian shirt without flowers on it. Good luck finding one, by the way. It's not unmasculine to wear a shirt with flowers on it. Really? So, Elbow, maybe you should educate yourself a little bit on things. And not only that, if he's going to wear a shirt, be it Hawaiian or whatever, um, oh, oh God, as the stomach churns. But you wear a shirt last night to a bar, okay? You probably slept in it, okay? And you wear it again today. You nasty, greasy, disgusting human being. That shirt probably smells like death because he kind of looks like death lately, you know. Well, John, that ship has sailed. He was in his favorite kind of club last night. Oh God, sassy. No, hey, David, aloha. Long time no see. Of course, I don't do many videos anymore. Only when I have something to say. And I've had things to say twice today. How about that? Um, Stitching Girl, God only knows. God only knows. And I'm sorry, God, that you have to witness that, actually. No, he did not, Lainey. That money went back to uh, the people that the super chats minus the 30% that YouTube takes. Um, so no, they do not um, get a check after they've been terminated because you violated their rules, and you don't get a prize for that. That's YouTube's way of telling people, follow the rules or you're going to lose your money. Hey, Jessica, how are you doing? Hey, Morning Glory. Um, can you he doesn't know what dry clean is. Are you kidding? He probably threw them in the washer with everything else. Ugh. Oh, you rub. Yeah. I don't know who's more pathetic. There's this cast of characters that are floating around in various communities lately that th- they troll themselves. They don't People don't even have to put stuff up there. They put it up there themselves. Uh Example, Richie Rich, Joni, Bergs, um, Brian Fritz, Network 126. And I said this earlier today. Hey, Sapphire Blue Aloha. Yeah, his funeral suits. That Brian Fritz, you're a dumb shit. You're a straight up dumb shit. You get on there, you whining and crying, oh, the mask, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? California doesn't have mask mandates anymore. So you can't use that as an excuse. And furthermore, you do a little short clip, your cat waiting to eat. Next time you might want to move the bong that has a, a green hit in the bowl out of view of the camera. You wonder why people give you so much shit, Brian. It's because you also are your own worst enemy. And yeah, he is a creepo. I mean, so you want people to give you money and you're driving for Uber when you're high? Hmm. I don't think Uber would be very um now let me rephrase this. I think that Uber would be quite concerned where one of their drivers who rammed the back of a car because he was pissed off, which everybody saw. And now that you're boohooing to this and boohooing that, now you show your drug use. Yeah, it's legal in California, but it's like alcohol. You can still get a ticket driving if you're high. Just a PSA, you know. He is so much fun to troll, but you know what? He's pathetic. I mean, he says, "Oh, live my life." No, because we are adults. When we get someplace where we don't want to be, we do everything within our means to get us out of that. Um, so, and he says, "Oh, my life sucks." Yeah, you've been doing the exact same thing if you go back in his videos and you look from 10 years ago, he is saying the exact same verbiage that he used 10 years ago. No wonder your life sucks. Um, because you as a human being, you suck. No, thank God she got smart and said, I don't think so. No. Right, exactly, Jessica. It's called driving under the influence. And not only that, it stays in your system a whole hell of a lot longer than alcohol does. But, that's just stupidity right there. I mean, did he not see the bong sitting on the counter right next to the cat? Why would you go ahead and post that? Oh God, Jessica. Oh my God, that's like, how low can you go? You know. So now we know why he's broke, and he has all these bills to pay because you're smoking weed and it ain't cheap unless you grow it yourself. But You have to have a house or at least some type of way to grow. I mean, it's pretty hard to grow weed when you got no yard or closet or room or anything like that. You know what I mean? Secret manager for hire. And, it doesn't look like he's missed too many meals, by the way. Of course, though, if you're like some of the other middle aged men on YouTube that eat like they're 12 years old, yeah, you put the pounds on. Yeah, he's a if Hank, the best one is you go to the one where he's stuck in traffic. That's where he slams into the back of a car in front of him because he's pissed off. Just saying. Hey, happy aloha. Yeah, so Elbow, you just go ahead and you start another YouTube channel. But this will be the last one. If they get taken down, I won't do another one. That's what you said 3 channels ago. Um, when are you going to realize to stop spinning your wheels? That for one, you're not going to be able to do it anyway. For two, YouTube has your number and they don't want you. And for three, nobody in the Boyd wants you either or anywhere else. And you want to do it because you want to go to Tijuana, but you want the people from Boyd to donate money to you so you can go. No, no. I mean, it's bad enough that you're doing what you're doing, but then you want other people to pay for your debauchery? No, no. Oh, excuse me, for your mongering ways. Yes, folks, that's what his channel is going to be. I think he'll probably put two names together. My guess is mongering playboy. I know as pathetic as it sounds, but he said that he wants to do a mongering channel and he wants to come back on YouTube because people in the boy support him, give him money, and they go to give him money on Facebook. So why would they give you on YouTube? Uh, yeah, no, ain't gonna happen. And being that he's talking about he needs money, I'm thinking he didn't get his tax refund like he thought he was going to. Answer me that, fat boy. Did you get your tax refund? Did you lie about it like you've done every other year? Yeah, but Leanie, he has a power steering leak and he doesn't know where it's coming from. Uh, look for the wet spot. I mean, not the back of your head. We know that's your wet spot. I mean, under your van. So, and that brake fluid is corrosive. Why do you think they have it in steel lines? Because it's corrosive. But let things leak. Let things, go. Don't spend any money on maintenance because we want the payoff. We want the catastrophic failure. We've been waiting long enough. Oh, fun in the sun. It could be. That actually that's kind of funny. I like that. Yeah, that kind of fits him in more ways than one. right? Oh, there's more, Hoppy. There's more. It's not, and it's Bergs, and it's Noodles, and it's all these middle-aged men who think they're just the shit. You know, they know everything, even if it's a lie. You know, they know, and trying to. Oh, let's put Mark in there too. Um, yeah, there's so many of them. I just read. I just read the rest of your comment. Bob. Oh, he has to wear a mask when he's driving Uber. What's hello? I can't wear a mask. Well, then you're going to be poor and you're going to be homeless. Your choice. And why does your emergency constitute a response on my part? I don't understand why these men think when they're having, I don't know, money problems, broke down, that they can't figure it out for themselves. That they want everybody to figure out their problems for them. Is it part of not being brought up as a responsible human being? Or is it just laziness? Oh, Jan. Oh, you didn't want to find him. Okay. Well, he's a creature of habit. We all know that. And hey, Steve, aloha again. Yeah, I just, Elbow put up a video while I was making mine, I think. You know, and he wants to come back to YouTube again. But if he gets terminated again, he won't do it again. Um, you said that what 6 or 7 channels ago, and if he gets another channel terminated, it doesn't make it a dozen. Well, Joel, Noodle says it's the character he's playing. What he doesn't realize that we've all figured out that Noodles the character has merged with David the man. They're now one and the same. He doesn't know how to separate the two anymore. And he wants to say stuff for the shock value. Okay. Well, when you want to say things for the shock value, you might want to not do it where people are going to believe what you say. And another closeted person who's hiding his true self. Why? Family wouldn't approve. Yeah, Dorit, that he wants to come back on YouTube. But if they terminate a new channel, he'll just stop. He just won't try again. Yeah. Anybody want to take bets on that? We can start a betting pool where how long it takes for him to get terminated again. Last time was 3 days. You stop. Hold on. Get up. No. Go. Go. Come on. Rat child. Yeah. Well, I've had a conversation with somebody that used to be in his inner circle, and he's been trying to use that narrative for a while now. Oh, that's just the character I'm playing. No, no, it's not. And if you can't be truthful with yourself, nobody else is going to believe you either. Oh, yeah, that's another one, Hot. Yeah, Mr. Nomadic Fanatic. What a dumbass. He gets an offender bender and says it was a hit and run. Well, when we see the video from the car behind it, yeah, the guy in the Mustang was an idiot. He deserved to get hit, but it wasn't a hit and run. The guy got out of his car and walked back to his RV. And granted, the guy in the Mustang was in the wrong. He should have gotten his ass run over, you know. But there you go, another one trying to spin the narrative, and what it says on the title. The truth is not hate. You may hate the truth, but it's not hate. Steve, $64,000 question. God, I just dated myself. Crap. um, yeah, well, on a Monday night, no less, and then bitching about the beer prices. You're not paying $6 for the beer. You're paying $2 for the beer and $4 for your ass sitting on the stool. You're paying for the privilege to be there. And how do they charge you for that? Through their alcohol and drink sales. Duh. Joel, I'm beginning. There's a lot of people that. Well, let me set this straight. Noodles is supposed to be a character. David is not. Elvis Travels is supposed to be a character. Marshall Camus is not. So you got to differentiate the two. Um, but they've both merged into their characters. And he proves it every time somebody lets him up on their panel. Is that Noodles does it and so does Elbow. They go low. They say the thing that will get everybody all riled up. And it's a tactic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's all a way to get people engaged, whether it be like or hate. Well, Derby, that's why he has to try to make another YouTube channel. He's going broke. You know, he's been out there, what, 3 months, 2.5, almost 3 months now since Christmas. And the thing of it is, gas has probably doubled from when he went there at Christmas time. So what cost him $800 in gas to get to El Paso, now it's probably going to cost him $1,500 in gas to get back to Chicago. And, you know, when you don't cook for yourself, when you go out and drink and, partake in the ladies, that money's going to go pretty damn quick. And he has no backup. He has no backup plan. His backup plan is getting on some platform and going, "Oh, poor me. I need money to go see my mom. Oh, my mom, wah, 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 wah." He's used that excuse too many times. It ain't gonna work again. Exactly, Joseph. Exactly. Well, I need food stamps because I'm unemployed. You're unemployed by choice. And that pisses me off. Yeah, it gets expensive, doesn't it, Jan? I mean, shoot. That's like me. I want to go to the mainland. And I'm thinking this summer, at the end of the summer, I just might make a trip home, finally. Um, but I'm thinking that, and I'm not driving a car or anything. I'm flying and then into California, and then I'll fly into Texas, and then from Texas come back. But I'm thinking if I don't have $5,000 to $7,000 uh, money in the bank on a card, that it's not worth me going. I have my plane tickets already paid for. That's a done deal. My brother's paying for that. But, you know, I'm going to have to get a rental car in California and in Texas because I plan on staying a month. 2 weeks in California and 2 weeks in Texas. And then I'm going to go up to Albuquerque on a side trip or something. But, you know, and I'm not driving God, how old is that thing now? Was it 35 years old? Vehicle that's never had regular maintenance done to it. And he wants to question me on spending money to fix my car. That's called preventative maintenance. Preventative. That means you fix it before it strands you on the side of the road. Yeah, and his phone sucks. By the way, Elbow, your phone sucks. Just letting you know. JN, exactly. And when it breaks down and he expects everybody to jump and, give him money to fix, his van, why? You've gotten money to fix it before and you've not used it for that. Let's not forget the solar panel fiasco. There's still that. Um, well, that's the huge question, JN. What's he gonna do? He doesn't have a plan. He's burnt every bridge to anybody who would help him. Yeah, the dental scan, the whole bit, the whole gamut of his tactics. Um, I would set a match to it before sending it to the Smithsonian. Take it out to what's that place out there we were talking about it earlier today? Slab City, and just throw a Molotov cocktail in it and just let it burn. Dance around and chant and you know. Well, that's why it's getting expensive to fix it, Joseph. And not only that, who pays what was it, $350 to a mechanic to fix something and all you needed was maybe a wrench and a screwdriver when his fuel filter needed replacement, uh, yeah, right. That means you have no idea how to fix a damn thing. I mean, shit, when Rosie told him to go get a screwdriver and he brings back the wrong one, Rosie says, "Do you not know what a Phillips head screwdriver is?" "No, there's more than one kind." "Yeah." But we're all waiting patiently, quite patiently, for the Lisa Marie to finally take a shit on him, because he doesn't have a backup plan. That's his home. He doesn't have the money to fix it. Well, and not only that, Hop, Coates knows how to work on his own vehicle. You know, that saves a lot of money when you don't really have a lot. And since he used his tow towing on from his insurance, what, twice? He probably doesn't have roadside assistance anymore. Well, at least Coates, he works. He understands that if you want something, you got to work for it. That a junkyard's not going to let you live in your van unless you become the junkyard dog and go bark at people when they snoop around at night. That is about the last option that he would have, is to have it towed somewhere and they need a yard dog. Hey, Sil Hater, aloha. But that's about it. I mean, because the only thing he knows how to do is security work. And that's a lazy man's job. It's, Rosie, she's not going to bail him out. Nars is not going to bail him out. Uh, Drury apparently has a girlfriend and doesn't have time for him anymore. Mr. X, he might help, but not much. He'll probably tell him, "Here, you figure it out." He's overstayed that welcome too. So, well, Paul, he's never had any. There are no morals in that man's wheelhouse. Exactly, street stitching girl. But he wants to jump from job to job. There's no way that you can get time in with a company where you're going to have money put into 401k. You're not going to have social security benefits. And he thinks because they sent him a letter saying that he would make X amount of dollars when he retired. That's a form letter that goes out to people to give them just a sounding board on how much you're going to get when you retire. Well, if you don't put any money in, it doesn't grow. And more likely than not, for him to avoid taxes, all his YouTube money has probably gone under somebody else's name, social security number. My thinking is it's his mom, that he's using her social security number to get around paying taxes, at least on the YouTube stuff. But now that he's working as marshal and employers have to verify that, he probably has to use his own social security card. And not only that, when he worked for the trucking company, he didn't file taxes that year either. So that's on record. And that's why he didn't get any stimulant money, is because he hasn't paid taxes. Rich life don't want him either. Although it could be a match made in heaven. No, he can go back to Joni. Yeah. After Mama Portwood kicks it. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go to hell for it, but I'm going to say it anyway. When Joni gets all her teeth pulled, and you know where I'm going with this, folks, that elbow will be jumping up and down for joy, because his hung like a tuna can girth, and somebody would just gum it to death. Just saying, just putting it out there. Hey, Coach Isms, aloha. I think so, Coach. And you know what? Somebody should should smuggle some drugs on him. And that's what they're. Okay. He says he got hassled by the border guards. Okay. Him going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth is going to raise some red flags. And, he does like, God, I'm going to say it. When they smuggle drugs in prison by way of, God, I can't even believe I'm going to say this. Let's just say in orifices. Um, you know, I don't, I'm going to stop myself right there. Sorry. No, and he's probably smuggling Viagra, keister in it. I mean, that's why his so-called what is that? His doctor friend told him to get the lidocaine gel. We all know what the lidocaine gel's for, you dumb shit. Well, most of us at least. And if you don't know what it is, I'm not going to explain it to you. Just figure it out. Oh my God, Stitching Girl. That's why that's why I say that he's hung like a tuna can. He's always talking about his girth, but you're a tuna can. Yeah, exactly. international travel, right? Well, rub one, my opinion on that, if you're living rent free, bill free, clean that goddamn house. Clean that shit up. Get off your lazy ass and clean that house. That would make me cringe just being in there. I mean, the sink has never been empty the whole time she's ever done her so-called cooking videos. You know, clean. She even showed the bathroom one time. Good God, get some Ajax and a scrub brush. How hard can it be? Well, of course there is, Paul. Of course there is. And she's got a hair trigger temper too. She can flip on a dime. But her mom is even quicker on that draw. What happened to Norm? Oh, he's been giving money to Mark Terry. He said, Norm said, uh, I give you money, Mark, because uh, you're funny. Bergs is just nasty. And speaking of, oh, Bergie boy, since you want to call me some not so kind names, let me give you a little information. You're another one, middle aged man, who doesn't have children, thank God, that needs to take inventory of yourself. If you're getting the DTs and the shakes on the way to the store to get your alcohol, you got a problem. And then you're driving because if you're having the shakes before you get to the store, you're going to sit out in the parking lot and pound a beer or two before you drive just to get the shakes to go away. I don't think it's drugs. I think it's just pissed off at life, you know. And that's what the most of them, Bergs. That's why he flips the way he does. Because he's seen his life, the best years of his life have passed him. Why do you think he shows the picture was when he was what, 23? And another one who says, oh, yeah, I used to get all the tail there was. Bergs, you probably haven't had Poo Nanny since Poo Nanny had you. Exactly. That's my point, Paul. Yes, he does need rehab very badly before he goes postal. And unfortunately, his elderly parents pay the price for his anger and his alcoholism. Kitten cat. Leave it to kitten cat to lighten up the side chat. I don't watch Coates very often, but what I do know is that he at least takes care of himself. He works, he fixes his own vehicle, yada yada. Yeah, he is past postal. Well, he said last night in his little, I don't know, American there, that he's not happy. Well, yeah, Bergs, you brought all your unhappiness upon yourself. You let YouTube get the best of you. You're a slave to the bottle. You see no future. You're trying to live in the past. You want things to go back the way it was, but that ship has sailed. Actually, that dinghy has sailed. I thought he cut down trees. Well, at least he doesn't beg. And he can fix his own vehicle. I just don't watch him enough to have an opinion one way or the other. JN, my feelings is his parents are afraid of him. His parents probably coddle him a little too much. Because he would probably revert to a 12-year-old that they've tried to tell him to do anything. That's what I mean, Stitching Girl. They're afraid of him. All you have to do is go back and relive a little bit of history. Well, I know that, Tasha. I know that. It's not chemical, it's an imbalance of something or other. Just like most of us. You just need a little tune up every once in a while. But my question is, he's got brothers and sisters. What? 3 brothers and 2 sisters? Where are they in all this? Why aren't they stepping in to take care of their parents? I understand that they're back in New Jersey, but do they ever come to visit? Uh, do they ever watch his ranting and raving? You know, um, if I was his and I had the thought of what he's doing and putting his parents through, I would be the first one to say either you do this, you go to treatment, or you go away. You go live on the street. It is, Jessica, and it's sad. I would never, ever even think about saying things to my parents that he does to his. I would never take advantage of their kindness and drink like a madman, scream at the top of his lungs until all hours of the night just because of YouTube. They need to turn that internet off and tell him, you figure it out. You're a big boy. Pull up your big boy panties, Bergs, and do something for yourself for once. Do something for your parents for once. You know, you're not happy, your first step is to turn off the Chromebook, to turn off the phone, and tell somebody, I need help. That's all you have to do. They'll take it from there. His parents must be deaf, or they just don't care. You know, let him do what he's gonna do. He'll get drunk enough and he'll pass out, you know. But where are the siblings in all this? I don't get it. Well, Stitching Girl, we've seen him what he verbally abuses them. Can you imagine the way he treats them when there's not a camera on, when somebody isn't listening, when he's out of alcohol and can't even function because he doesn't have alcohol? He probably becomes a very, very unstable, angry little man. Yeah, but Stitching Girl, I couldn't stand back and let my brother or sister do that to my parents. Of course, we wouldn't do it to our parents anyway. And that just shows that he is a very immature, um he has no self-awareness. I would too, Kitten Cat. I would too. There's a few of them that I would like to go toe to toe with, you know. I may be old, but I ain't dead. And, all you have to do is elbows go boo, and he assume the fetal position. Oh, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. Well, if one of my kids did that to me, they wouldn't see next week. Because they'd be in deep shit. Just not even a bat, a stun gun. Just, taser. Can you imagine if you could stand in front of these dumbasses and shoot a taser at them and tell them until you straighten up your shit, you're going to get tased? Oh, to be a fly on the wall. I'm telling you. That would make my Halloween, my Christmas, my birthday, and everything else all matter. Oh, that's another one, Rub. Um, yeah, I'm still thinking that Bergs has something he's holding over Jill. I really do. And I think he threatens her with it quite frequently. Hey, Kobe John, aloha. Yeah, well, that's why I don't make too many videos anymore. I just, for one, I'm bored with it too. For two, it just makes me angry that people try to do stupid shit still. Um, there is no fun anymore. It's who can one up the next person. But those one uppers are getting taken out. They're these, for a lack of a better term, YouTube creators, content, whatever it is. Case in point, MFW, Foodie Beauty, or whatever the hell you call her. Um, you know, Trisha, all thought they were untouchable. And guess what? They had their channels taken down and their income stream stopped immediately. So, what are you going to do? Um, anyway, well, I've been on here for an hour and I was on earlier for, I don't know, almost an hour. 6 o'clock here. Time to watch the news and make dinner and take Waddy for a walk and ponder the next idiot stream. Good grief. Anyway, exactly, Stitching Girl. some of that, some of that is funny. You know, the most, what's that guy's channel name? The most something man in America. I don't know what it is. He thinks that planes are out to get him and they're circling him and you know. Anyway, all right, y'all. Everybody, have a great evening. Have a safe week. Um, and I'll be back on again when I have something to say. So, thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks my mods. And until next time, aloha.